Hello and welcome to your Empowered Astrology Forecast with yours truly, Sarah McCallum, the Cosmic Finder. And this is for the week of March the 18th, 2024. So this week is potent and powerful as we make our way to the lunar eclipse that is occurring next week. And we are about to enter eclipse season, which is such a portal for transformation. And I just want to send you all love and remind you that we are all in this together. It's a good idea to just flow with the shifts and changes and allow the potency of this energy to move through you. All right, so at the very beginning of this week, on the 18th, I want to let you all know that we are going to be embarking on the pre-retrograde shadow of Mercury in Aries. It will actually go retrograde April 1st, but this pre-retrograde shadow period oftentimes feels even wonkier than the retrograde period itself. And once the retrograde period has completed, there's also a post-retrograde shadow that will take us all the way until May 13th. So this is almost like 2 months of potentially wonky energy when it comes to all things mercurial, which can be communication, which can be tech, which can be short trips by car or on foot here and there in your immediate environment. So, with Aries being impatient and impulsive, you want to be very mindful of taking your time and recognizing that there may be some very reckless behavior out there in the universe. And this is where the awareness piece empowers you to make those choices and to use discernment when it comes to having conversations and, perhaps planning your day in terms of travel. All right, now on the 19th, we will embark upon Aries season. The sun will shift into Aries. We will begin, with the spring equinox, a fresh astrological year. This is exciting. This is fiery energy. This is such a beautiful emergence period. So, while the sun is in Aries, this really helps us all collectively to tap into our basic purpose around being independent, around being self-aware, around being a pioneer, a warrior in whatever way that is calling to you. And this can be just a really fun, courageous, exciting time of the year. On the 22nd, Mars will shift into Pisces. So this may encourage us to lean into sacrifice when it comes to getting what it is we desire out of life. We may recognize the importance of compassion when it comes to really harnessing our dreams. And there can be, when Mars is in Pisces, a little bit of like an indirect movement, or it may feel like we are in a bit of like a dream state when it comes to our aggression and our passionate impulses. So, again, this can be really intuitive. And I think it's mindful with some of the retrograde energy to allow Piscean qualities like intuition to play out for you in a positive way. So like remain open to stillness, quietude, so that you can gain the most out of Mars in Pisces. Now on the 23rd, Saturn will also begin its pre-retrograde shadow period in Pisces. Okay, so then, Saturn and Mars maybe will be playing with one another here in Pisces. And This retrograde period of Saturn, because Saturn moves much more slowly than Mercury, will last a lot longer. And I think, we're just understanding here with two planets moving into pre-retrograde shadow periods, how we are kind of moving out of all this like direct energy, and we're moving into some of the retrogrades, which will just continue to pick up as we move into summer. So settling in for some big lessons around limitations and the maturation process, which is Saturn's domain. And, recognizing that when Saturn is retrograde, we do oftentimes learn very valuable lessons. So just be open to that, be willing to accept some of those lessons, and really lean into the understanding that they will help you to grow and evolve in, the best way possible. So lastly, I did pull a card for the collective here, anyone tuning into the Empowered Astrology forecast for this week, and the South Node card came through. And this is out of Yasmin Boland's Moonology deck. Okay, it's saying, don't let your past hold you back. I mean, this is such a message for the up and coming lunar eclipse, for eclipse season in general. This lunar eclipse basically is saying the moon and the South Node are together. So South Node energy really telling you to release what doesn't work, to let go of the things that don't serve, to let go of the past if it is something that you are replaying over and over again in your mental body. Really just let go. And, South Node energy can have like almost like a sucking sensation when it meets up with a planet or luminary. And so, recognizing how this lunar eclipse energy may also play into your emotional body, and really allowing yourself that space to fully surrender to all that is old, stagnant, and, no longer useful. So I hope this is helpful and supportive. Again, remember, we are all in this together. The collective is experiencing this astrology together. And I wish you all a beautiful start to the Aries season. And I'll be on to talk with you again soon.